Welcome back, everyone. I'm Randy Kay here live at the National Mall. Washington is all about ceremonies and celebrations this weekend, and all to mark the start of President Obama's second term. The public inauguration celebration is Monday, but this morning we are looking past the oath of office to the next 4 years, the issues, the plans, and the prospects. And joining me now to talk about what to expect are CNN contributors Maria Cardona and Anna Navarro. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Randy. Good to be here.
So nice to have you here and be here with you in person.
How much fun.
We talk almost every Saturday,
Absolutely.
and it's just nice to not be talking through the box.
Definitely.
Wait, Randy, give me some love. I'm here from Miami, okay?
I know, and you're freezing it out.
This is war weather for me.
She's wearing ski gear.
Oh, all right. Here's a little love for you, Anna. So nice to see you too. All right. So 2 issues, though, I want to get to right now: immigration and debt. Maria, I'm going to start with you on this one.
Sure.
The upcoming debt, certainly the debt ceiling set the tone, really, right, for what to expect. We think for the next 4 years, the battle over that already. I mean, do you see that as the case?
Well, it certainly is going to be a big challenge, both for the president and for Republicans. You're already hearing from Republicans. They came out of their retreat yesterday, essentially walking back that they were going to use this debt ceiling pretty much to, as the Democrats like to say, to take the economy hostage, to demand spending cuts. They have backed off of that, looking at some plan to raise the debt ceiling, at least for the next 3 months, to give some time for those talks to happen. And there is a big challenge in coming together, because the president still really feels like absolutely the debt needs to be focused on. It's a huge issue, big priority, but it needs to be done in a balanced way so that all the spending cuts are not focused on programs for those who are most vulnerable. So
Anna,
we'll see.
Do you think that the debt ceiling will set the tone between the president and Congress?
No, I think we're going to get a short reprieve. I think we're talking about, what the Republicans were talking about. I was actually at the GOP retreat that Maria just referenced, and it's a possible 3-month extension. But at some point, the whole problem has got to be dealt with in a holistic way. The deficit has got to be dealt with. Debt has got to be dealt with. Spending has got to be dealt with. We can't just continue raising the debt limit without there being a balancing of the budget.
Yes.
Like we would all have to balance our budgets at home.
Right.
And, I think Republicans are looking at what the plan is long term. But it was a very good retreat for Republicans. I saw a lot of unity that I didn't expect after all the drama we've seen in the last couple of weeks.
Come on. Well, listen, we talk about debt. We also want to talk about immigration. The president has certainly spent a lot of time talking about immigration and the DREAM Act. I want you to listen to what he has said.
So there's no reason that we can't come together and get this done. And as long as I'm president, I will not give up on this issue, not only because it's the right thing to do for our economy, and CEOs agree with me, not just because it's the right thing to do for our security, but because it's the right thing to do, period. And I believe that eventually enough Republicans in Congress will come around to that view as well.
All right, so you heard the president there, and I'll go to you first on this one. What should we expect on immigration? I mean, he got so much Latino support, something like 70 or 71% of the vote. So what do you think we should expect?
I'm actually feeling slightly hopeful on immigration, and I haven't felt slightly hopeful for a while.
Wow.
I was just speaking to the GOP retreat about immigration, about Hispanics and minority outreach, and I felt a real sense of most of them, I'm not going to say all of them, of really wanting to get something done and coming up with a constructive, bipartisan agreement and solution. I think John Boehner is committed to do something. We see a lot of movement going on in the Senate this week. We saw that Senator Marco Rubio came out with a plan and is getting actually great endorsement from some of the right-wing conservatives and pundits and influence makers in our party, and also from the White House. When was the last time you heard, right-wing conservative pundits in the White House agree on anything? They agreed that this plan was actually a good thing. So it looks like there is some hope on that. Yeah. It's going to require a very delicate balancing act by the White House, by Democrats and Republicans in Congress.
And very quickly, what do you think it will look like in this second term?
Well, in terms of immigration, I do think that it is a priority for this president. It sounds like the Republicans are getting to the point where, and we heard this right after the election, that they understood what they needed to do to attract Latinos to the party. When you hear Sean Hannity talk about how we have to do comprehensive immigration reform, you know that they've moved the needle. I think the devil is going to be in the details. I agree that Marco's proposal is very positive. I've talked to a lot of the Latino groups, and they even have said positive things about it. A good place to start. We will see where it needs to go from there.
Because they're certainly expecting it, aren't they, after
No
showing
question.
the president such support.
The Latino community will hold this president's feet to the fire. More importantly, they will hold the Republicans' feet to the fire as well. And hopefully that will be enough to push both parties to
their
do
voices are going to be
right
heard
thing.
even this weekend here on the National Mall.
Well,
Maria,
I'll tell you this. This president owes them a huge debt of gratitude. So he better deliver.
That is exactly right. And Republicans need to do it if they ever want to have any chance of getting to the White House again.
Right. All right, Maria, Anna, nice to see you both here.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Randy.
you, and
Great
Anna, I hope you'll be able to brave the cold up from Miami. I
keep
really
her
do.
warm.
Okay, give her. I'll share my blanket with you.
There you go.
Next hour, what kind of president will we see in term number 2? Political expert Ron Brownstein will join me for that discussion.